How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week we had 8 returns. Pretty good week. Continuing the trend of 8 to 10 a week. I hope we can continue that throughout the year. We're going to start in Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. Hard card in here. Hoping that's a good sign. And it is. Mr. Wade Boggs in a 1984 Donruss. These 84 Donruss look really nice and clean. And then in 1997 Pacific. I believe I might be wrong. 1998 Pacific. Very cool. So it's my first Tampa Bay card of him. I really like these Pacific cards. They just have a lot of room for an autograph. Of course, his second year card is his 84 Donruss. If you don't know who Wade Boggs is, you probably should. He was a first ballot Hall of Famer, 2005. 12-time All-Star during his playing career. Won a World Series with the New York Yankees. He's a 2-time Gold Glove Award winner and 8-time Silver Slugger Award winner. That'll happen when you lead the AL in batting 5 times. Now these came back in 21 days. I sent $10 per card. I think I've seen it as low as some people get it back for 5. I think last time I sent to him, I sent 2 cards, only one was signed out of 10, so I figured, hey, maybe it's just 10, or maybe it just depends on the day, or who knows. But $10, well worth it for a Hall of Famer. Put him here. I don't know. It's hard to top a Hall of Famer. Starting off strong. We're going to continue up the coast, though, up 95 to Mid-Island, New York. Probably should have done a better job cutting that one open. Hard card as well. We have Mr. Fred Cambria on the 72 Topps rookie he shares with Richie Zisk. So try to send that off to Richie Zisk at some point to complete that. Then we have a 71 Topps, 2 rookies. Funny thing, we have a 71, 72. Mr. Fred Cambria only played 1 season, and that was in 1970 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Actually helped them win the pennant, or win the division that year. So went down the stretch. I think he pitched a little over 30 innings. His best game of the year was late in the season against the New York Mets, his hometown, as you've seen in New York, and dueling with Tom Seaver. So very, very nice. He has a great little story in Pittsburgh history. So thank you, Mr. Fred Cambria. Next one, very, very, very thin, Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's check out how long did Fred Cambria take. 6 days, really quick. Next one here is another baseball return. 3 for 3 on baseball, Jim Tracy. 2 Dodgers cards, 2 managerial cards, 2003 and 2006 Topps. He was actually manager of the year in 2009 with the Colorado Rockies. He managed the Dodgers, then the Pirates, then the Rockies. Managed over 800 wins in his career. Pretty good. So, checking out my spreadsheet, he's all the way at the bottom with the T's. And these came back, in just 12 days. Thank you, Mr. Jim Tracy. Gonna have to go with this one. Obviously during the national anthem, I would assume. And we're gonna head all the way across the country to Portland, Oregon. Getting off the East Coast. Guess Midwest, if you could consider that Ohio. Hard card here. Cards exploding out. There's still one in here. Hall of Famer Dan Fouts. Sure that was it. Let's see here. Let's do the run. They're all backwards too. Oh. All right. 85 Topps. 86 Topps. 1987 Topps, which I believe was his last card. Very cool. 3 of 3 for Mr. Dan Fouts. Of course, is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Was a 6-time Pro Bowler. Spent his entire career with the San Diego Chargers. Led the NFL in passing touchdowns twice, passing yards 4 times. and was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 1982. He is a fantastic signer. These came back in just 12 days. Really like this 85 tops. Did get a little scrunched there on the corner, but that is to be expected with these 85 tops. We'll put him right up here. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Let's go over to White River Junction, Vermont, if I had to guess. Sounds like it's very Vermonty. Just made that up. We have a hard card and William Francis Lee, 1971 tops. I believe this is his rookie card. But Bill Spaceman Lee. Actually a little disappointing. He didn't put his Earth 2022. He has usually he puts Earth and then whatever year it is. But Mr. Bill Lee, he's in the Boston Red Sox Hall of Fame. Was an all-star for their team in 1973. He's a very interesting TTMer. He only signs one per team, and he only pitched for two teams, the Red Sox and the Expos. I think he has a senior league card too, so maybe he'll be able to sneak out a 3 for 3 if you want to give it a shot. But won over 119 games in his career with a 3.62 ERA and 713 strikeouts. Really like that he actually signed this William Francis Lee. Just copied that facsimile there. But this card came back in just 19 days. Thank you, Mr. Bill Lee. Put him up here. Let's see, we have 3 left. Move these on over. Provo, Utah. Provo, Utah. Not Vern Law. Usually who we get from Utah. Wow, okay. Chris Chandler. This 2000 Donruss Elite. Nice old 92 Stadium Club and a 1991 Fleer. 3 different teams, too. I think he played for, 4 teams? Or was it 3 teams? Played for a bunch of teams. I believe he was drafted by the Colts, actually, in the 3rd round out of Washington. All the way back in the late 90s. Then he went to the Tampa Bay, floated around to the Cardinals. Spent some time with the, of course, had his fame with the Falcons. And I think he closed out with the Rams and maybe the Bears. But he was a 2-time Pro Bowler, both with the Atlanta Falcons in 1997 and 1998. Of course, took them to the Super Bowl as well. Those Dirty Birds. Threw for over 170 touchdowns in his career and over 28,000 passing yards. So very cool return for Mr. Chris Chandler. Went across the country and back in just, 12 days. So very cool. Thank you, Mr. Chris Chandler. You have to feature the Dirty Birds. Put them down here. Let's see. San Diego, California. And we have another Hall of Famer who Dan Fouts used to throw to. Mr. Charlie Joyner on his 1972 Topps rookie card. That is fantastic. You know my favorite stat about Charlie Joyner? His 16.2 yards per reception in his NFL career. In addition to that 16.9 yards per reception, he had 750 receptions with over 12,000 receiving yards and 65 receiving touchdowns on way to the Hall of Fame in 1996. After his playing career, he went on to be a long-time coach. So, thank you, Mr. Charlie Joyner. This came back in just 15 days. So, very cool. Put him here next to his buddy, Mr. Dan Fouts. And our last return, unfortunately, the camera died. But this one came from Phoenix, Arizona. Already cut it open. And we have a 3 of 3 success for Mr. Mark Gredzelanik. Here on a 1999 Topps, 2006 Topps, and a 2007 Topps Sounding Enter. Great autograph. Takes up most of the card. So, Mr. Mark Gredzelanik. I think he was one of the best number 2 hitters of the 2000s, the early 2000s that is. Was a 1-time All-Star with those Dodgers in 1996. with the Montreal Expos before he made it to the Dodgers. He's an All-Star in 1996 and won a Gold Glove in 2006 with the Kansas City Royals. Had over 2,000 hits in his career, a 289 batting average, 90 home runs, 640 RBIs. Like I said, he had a lot of skill with the bat in his hand, able to move the runners over as a number 2 hitter, always put contact on the ball, didn't strike out very often. These came back in, it looks like 21 days, 3 weeks. Gonna have to feature that Allen and Ginter. Looks fantastic with that blue ink. So that's it, everyone. 8 returns, 5 baseball, 3 football, 3 Hall of Famers. Zoom in here just a little bit. But thank you for watching, everyone. Hope your mailboxes are full as well. Bye for now.